It's just all about love and life and living in freedom. That's what it's all about for me now.
Welcome to the Rich Spinster Podcast. This is Alexis, and we have a lot to talk about this week. This week, we got the president bombing boats in Venezuela, possibly trying to go to war there. I don't know what the fuck for. We have ICE arresting clergy in Illinois. We have the Epstein files. Who's running the country? You know, it's bad. It's so bad that I absolutely 100% believe a convicted sex trafficker over the president of the United States. I believe Epstein when he said Donald Trump is the worst person he's ever known. I absolutely believe Epstein when he said Donald Trump is a dummy. I believe every word. Release the fucking files, because this is a fucking circus. Donald, the internet is calling you the throat goat. They saying you a Peter Puffer. They're saying you're a schlong slurper. The streets say Donald likes the ding-a-ling. I called Caroline Levitt Cuntzilla. Are you Cockzilla? He's not the commander-in-chief. He's the commander-in-cock. He's the cum commander. They are saying Donald slobs on the knob like corn on the cob. Donald, the internet streets are saying that you giving that Becky. What was he for Halloween? Donald, were you a goblin? Because I've seen the way he's a glizzy. Donald Trump has no morals. He has no soul. He has no intelligence. So the only brain he could give is with his mouth. Remember when Donald Trump had that rally and he was basically doing a simulation of giving a blowjob? I'm saying the truth always comes out. I'm not saying that Donald Trump has ever sucked a dick, but I'm saying he's thought about it. Donald Dirty Knees Trump. Donald Dirty Knees. That's how y'all need to refer to him. Donald Dirty Knees Trump. I don't care that it's not true. I'm going to say it anyway. That's what he does. Oh, listen, you all. Listen. You know what? If that were true, that would be the least egregious part of this entire thing, because that would be two consenting adults. And what we know about Epstein is there's nothing consensual about it. It has been the one thing that has given me a chuckle this week has been that email between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother. I know it's all fun and games, but the brother has since released a statement saying that was an exchange between two people who never thought the email would see the light of day. And he wanted to state clearly that under no circumstances were they actually referring to Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is not the Bubba. Although it's funny, Bill Clinton is not the Bubba. I think the funniest part of that for me was that it had Trump given fellatio. Not the receiver. He's the giver. I have seen all of the TikToks and all of the videos about this. It has been hilarious to me. If y'all have ever seen him eat an ice cream cone, it makes the story believable. It makes it believable. But now, you know what made me know that the story was not true 100%, and it had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with Bill Clinton. There is no way in hell Bill Clinton is letting Donald Trump near his member. No, as soon as I heard Bill Clinton's name, I was like, oh, no, clearly Bill Clinton like bitches. I knew 100% that the story was false, but I'm sorry, it is funny. It's juvenile, but it's funny. There is not a lot to laugh at, so we have to get the laughs where we can. Okay? Because ain't shit funny about any of this. Let's talk about the Epstein shit. Republicans, I want to say officially here, being against pedophilia, it should not be partisan. It should not be partisan. Both sides of the aisle should agree that abuse of children and women is wrong. This should not be about playing political games. What are y'all thinking? And let me tell y'all something. Only people who have something to hide something. He acts guilty. He had a complete meltdown on Twitter about the Epstein files, calling people in to tell them to not vote, to bring the vote to the floor. You're acting like a guilty person. And here's what I don't understand. How are we even getting into this conversation about the Epstein files not being anything? Being a Democratic hoax wasn't a Democratic hoax when you were running on that issue with your base. It wasn't a hoax then. And what he is finding out is that a lot of MAGA is like, hold up. The fact that like this is the straw that broke the camel's back is also kind of weird. Because we have known for years that Donald Trump has been accused of abusing women. There's a story that came out years ago of a 13-year-old girl who's accusing Donald Trump of this. That story just went away. Nobody seemed to care about it. The media didn't harp on it. And then we're finding out they'd had this information for years. Epstein says in his document, in the released emails, that he knew about the girls. That was the billionaire recruiting ground, Mar-a-Lago. A chain of sexual abuse. They found the men there, the rich and powerful men who wanted to participate in this. And that was the recruiting ground for them. And he knew all along. Oh, and we don't even have. Wait until all of the files come out. So here's the thing, too. I don't care who's in the files. They should all be punished. We should all agree that anybody who abuses a child should be punished, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many connections you have, no matter where you're from. You should be punished. So I don't care if people on the left or the right are there. Whoever is in the file, who had knowledge of what was going on, who conspired with him, who helped him, all of those people should be held accountable. And, you know, people have been asking, well, why didn't the Democrats do anything? Why didn't they release it? Listen, it was pending litigation. So they couldn't just release all of the evidence, release the files when you have pending litigation. I think Ghislaine Maxwell's case just wrapped up her last appeal. But I got questions for the New York Times. I have questions for the Washington Post. I have questions for CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox. I have questions for all the news media outlets. Because you knew there was this connection to Epstein and to the president for years. People knew, and they were quiet. They were silent about that. Why? Why wasn't this blasted all over CNN forever? Why? Because Trump is media gold. People tuned in. They cared about the ratings. That's all that they cared about was the money and the power. They didn't give a damn about the victims. And when you don't care about children, that tells you a lot about the soul of your country. I learned that with Sandy Hook, the fact that kids were murdered in Sandy Hook and people were just like thoughts and prayers. What now? So I want to know. So there's a lot of people, there are many layers to this, and we're going to be uncovering more and more about this as they are slowly released. And there's going to be a vote on Tuesday. There's going to be a vote on Tuesday. We'll see if the vote passes the House. If it passes the House to release the Epstein files, it then goes to the Senate. Whether or not the Senate will pass it, I don't know. But if the Senate passes it, guess where it goes? It goes to the throat goat's desk. And he will definitely veto it. The question is, will they have a veto-proof majority? Will the elected officials vote on the side of justice for children? Or will they vote to secure their cushy yet temporary spot with the President of the United States? And that remains to be seen. But I do believe people need to hold them accountable to their votes. We're going to learn a lot. And let me tell you, the reason I said temporary, because Marjorie Taylor Greene, that bitch is learning. First of all, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you get no bonus points from me. When you found out all that brown nosing wasn't going to benefit you, you started turning against your daddy Trump. But now you have a line in the sand. You wanted nothing more than to be in his good graces. But ultimately, he shows everyone around him who he really is. He has no loyalty, only to himself. For Jeffrey Epstein said he was the worst motherfucker he's ever known. Ain't a good, decent bone in his body. The sex trafficker said that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, though I am glad you are on the right side of this, you have been on the wrong side of so much shit. There is no redemption for you, bitch. Not yet. Do you apologize for anything that you've done? Have your values changed? No. Now you're finding out how all of those Democrats have felt, who he's put in danger. Now you're finding out how Mike Pence felt. Oh, and he's going after your ass like he never loved you, bitch. He never loved you. And that's what I want MAGA to understand. He never cared about you. He's very good at one thing, conning people. That has been the bulk of his resume. Conning people, bankrupting casinos, putting his name on shit. All of the policies that would have helped you, that helped your farm, helped prices, all of those things, consumer protection, all of those things. A black woman was talking about. And so what did you do? You voted for your daddy. And your daddy's treating you like he's your stepdaddy. Listen, Donald Trump is basically telling you all, you believe whatever the fuck I tell you to believe. I don't give a damn if it's 80 degrees and pure sunshine. Damn it. I'm telling you it's storming. And the amazing part of that is there are people who will pull out a fucking umbrella. This is chaos. Again, I ask you, who is running the country? And Ghislaine Maxwell, she has been moved to a minimum security prison. She gets as much toilet paper as she wants. She gets special meals. The bitch got a puppy. A puppy in prison. Trump administration said give her whatever she wants just to keep her comfortable so that she will shut the fuck up. And he has not ruled out pardoning a convicted sex trafficker. Mind you, he has wished her well. What? This hasn't alarmed people. I have so many questions. That's not a red flag over there at Fox News. And in all the toilet paper she wants, I'm just confused at that in general. Do they limit toilet paper in prison? Or is this bitch requesting Charmin? Is she requesting Charmin? No, she doesn't need Charmin, okay? I believe in giving her toilet paper, okay, fine, but it should be that shit that you can see through, that when she wipes it, just her fingers just break through every time. And here's the thing, she also gets a special area for her visitors where they get special snacks and refreshments. What? They're children who go visit their parents in prison? And they get patted down. They look in babies' diapers to make sure nothing's being smuggled in. They can't even hug on their parent. And her guests get refreshments and a special private area. Does she get cuddle time? I have so many questions. And who's going to visit this bitch? The warden, they say, is essentially her personal assistant. Red flag, motherfuckers. This is insane. Every day I'm like, if Obama had done this, they find an excuse for everything that he does. And we're dealing with cult mentality. And just like cults, there's always some weird sexual shit that goes on. I actually won't be surprised if she is pardoned. And I won't be surprised if she leaves the country right away. because why would she stay around? And then she's going to disappear with all of her billions of dollars and she's going to live a great life somewhere because they want her out of the way. They definitely want her out of the way. And listen, I was not a person who was following the whole Epstein thing, but you cannot tell me that this man took his life. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. And here was the thing too that the files said. Like, I cannot wait until they just release everything. I'm going to grab a bottle of champagne. I'm going to sit in my bed because I need to be very comfortable and I'm going to go through and read all of this shit. Donald Trump had Thanksgiving dinner with Epstein in 2017. That turkey gobble gobble means something totally different now, doesn't it? This entire thing is insane. And just to see elected officials cower, just to see the fact that they have handed over all of their balls to this man. There is no line for some of them. They will continue to support him. And why? Why are they continuing to support him? They're continuing to support him because they benefit in some way, or they hope to benefit in some way, because they don't look at history. And the history of Donald Trump has shown that Donald Trump, in the end, only cares about Donald Trump. He will throw anybody under the bus. And with all of these accusations and everything, why are we surprised? Why are y'all acting like you all are surprised? We remember this man said if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he would probably date his daughter. Come on. Oh, and that bitch from Fox News, Megyn Kelly. You bitch. Megyn Kelly, the mother of like a 14-year-old child. And this woman got her ass on the television to say, people I know would say that he's not a pedo. He's just into barely legal types, trying to make this shit seem like it's something she was scrolling through on Pornhub. 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, they're children. I would say 18-year-olds are children, but we're talking legally here. They are children. Girl, this is a crime. And you are the mother of a girl. Let me tell you something. Women and girls are not safe. They're not only unsafe with men, they're unsafe with women who center men. She's a perfect example of that. Check on her child, somebody. Because to have a mother who thinks that way would make me personally feel unsafe and unheard if anything were to ever happen. God forbid. How many women in this country have told about their sexual abuse, have confided in other women, in their mothers and stepmothers and aunts and cousins and other women, and those women did not protect them? Those are the Megyn Kelly kind. And she is somebody's mama. Megyn Kelly, her career should have been over, but it should be over now. You know what? Fuck Megyn Kelly. I don't wish anything good for you, Megyn Kelly. I hope your skin ages 10 times faster. I hope your vulva dries up and hangs. I hope hot flashes take over your life for at least 15 years. And every time you pass by, people call you Musty Megan. I hope your back hurts forever. I hope everything you put in your mouth suddenly tastes metallic. I hope you develop chronic halitosis. I hope you're misgendered all of the time. I hope you start being allergic to the sun. I don't want anything good to happen to you. I hope your child grows up to be loved, smart, safe, secure, and I hope she marries a black man. Real black, blue black. I hope they're happy and I hope they have beautiful kids. I hope they have 6 kids and they name the kids all Tasha, LaShawn, Lachey, Janae, Demetrius, and Jaquez. And I hope the kids don't even call you grandma. They call you that bitch. She should have been off television long ago. And I don't know what's going to happen or what they need to do about Fox News. I don't know what they're going to do. This is a propaganda machine. And it's not going to get better unless the machine is turned off somehow, or unless the machine somehow gains a conscience. I don't think that's going to happen, but unless the machine finally turns on Trump, because this is what I think. They don't give a damn about Trump. The Republican Party doesn't give a damn about Trump. They care about power, and they care about staying in power. They want to continue to be in power, and they can just shake Trump off. They can shake the dust because they're preparing for the next one. This country has been bought and sold. And no matter what comes of this, I think we all need to remember. We need to remember what happened in these times. We need to remember that these corporations, these prices don't have to be this high. They are making them this high. It's all about greed. It's all about money. And no matter how wealthy you think you are, no matter how well you think you are doing, you are not one of them. They're not even thinking about the constituents in their states, in their districts. Had they thought about the constituents in their districts, they would never have voted to take away health care subsidies from these people. And see, this is what the fuck happens, though. When you have a concept of a plan, where is the concept of the plan? We ain't seen the concept or the plan yet. Yeah, at some point, Republicans, you got to get up off your knees and wipe your fucking mouths. Here we are in 2025. We have this man in office who is clearly sundowning every afternoon because he has dementia. And the dementia is really not the problem. It's his fucked up soul. He is not the happy dementia patient. He's the motherfucker that is drawing pictures of himself on the wall and shit. Y'all are propping Donald Trump up like he's a competent human being who should be respected and listened to. And then he went on Fox News to talk to his people and was basically like, we don't have good enough workers here. This, I told you before, this man is playing in your faces. He wants y'all to have a 50-year mortgage. And he's like, oh, you know, some people have 40 years. No, they don't. They have 30-year mortgages. And you want them to have a 50-year mortgage. Oh, they'll pay a little less. Basically, the banks will own them. People can't afford to get into homes now. They're saying the average age of someone who gets in their first home is 40. But that's okay. But you Republicans who are still riding with this shit, y'all are soulless motherfuckers. And one day you're going to have to answer for this. Steve Bannon said it. He said, hey, if they get in power, we're all going to jail. The truth always kind of slips out, doesn't it? Why would you all go to jail? Because you're criminals. We absolutely know, without a doubt, what the Republican Party stands for. We know what they stand for. So now let's see how deep we go down that rabbit hole. You all, it's time. It's time for people to grow a spine, time for our elected officials to do something. It's time for people to wake up and forget about what side of the aisle they're on. It's time for there to be some real morality, some real values, some real care and love and concern for our country. Donald Trump and these Republicans, they don't understand the golden rule. They have the golden rule confused with a golden shower. They act like they're afraid of him. They act like they are afraid of him. There's nobody in the press has no balls. Elected officials have no balls. Where are all Donald's collecting all the balls. And they're probably in his mouth. I am so overwhelmed at times by this bullshit. And then there are other times where I just laugh hysterically not because it's even funny, but because it's that laugh where you're on the verge of a breakdown. So you don't know what to do. It's like it's a clash of emotions, right? You could laugh or you could cry. You don't know what's going to happen, but the emotions just come out of you because what the fuck? I feel much better after talking to you all. There's a lot that's going to be coming up, you guys. I may do some special episodes of the podcast based on whatever drops in the news. But have a great week, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Rich Spinster podcast. You can view the podcast in its entirety on YouTube and listen to the podcast everywhere you listen to podcasts. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. And one last thing, release the file.